JJ, the obvious 38 in the room, you personally, what does this award mean to you?
I mean, it means everything. Me just growing up here and just hearing about the award at so young of an age, I mean, it just means the world to be able to honor him, his legacy, and to be able to keep it going.
JJ, I know in the video they put out of you telling your parents that you said you'd wear 38 at home and 89 on the road. I guess kind of what went into your process of how you wanted to do that?
Yeah, so my dad played college football, and he was 89. And always in high school, I always wanted to be 89 just to represent him and the things he did for me. So I just felt like just to honor him as well on the road. And obviously I want to wear the 38, so give the community what they want and what I want and just wear it at home.
Talked about growing up, learning about this award and all that. You know, as you followed Ole Miss football through the years, was there a particular Chucky Williams Courage Award winner, you know, growing up that just kind of you looked at and was kind of inspired by, you know, what that award, you know, is supposed to mean?
Yeah, Haynes, he was number 10 here. He played DN here. I remember just watching him and the way he played, and he just played relentless and just never gave up, that mentality. And that's what I want to bring here, just never give up, and no matter the circumstance, just keep going and push it forward.
You know, with fall camp all wrapped up and whatnot, what was working well for you during that time, and I guess what were some things that you improved on?
I would say a big thing that I was trying to really just focus on was making plays outside the core. I know typical D linemen don't like to run outside the core and make plays 30, 40 yards downfield. So just trying to build my endurance and just be able to play everywhere, like inside, interior, or wherever they need me to play. But I feel like I've done a great job, and my team also helped me with that, and Coach Joyner.
Talk about what Walter Nolan brings to the table and if he takes pressure off of you.
Oh, yeah, a lot. I mean, we all know what type player Walt is. He's fast, physical, and quick. And I feel like it'll help me out with the double teams and just getting the attention inside and for us to be able to play off each other, bounce off information off each other, and be able to disrupt the quarterback.
JJ, I know there's a lot of depth across that defensive front. Just curious, some of the younger guys we haven't heard about. I know that this past class that Ole Miss got was the number one of the best defensive line classes in the country. Who are some of the younger guys that have kind of stepped up this fall camp?
Yeah, sir, definitely Will Eccles and Cam Franklin. Them two both caught my attention when they first got on campus. Just their work ethic and them just coming each and every day. I mean, they're young, so they're learning with me, J.I., Jared Ivey, Walter Nolan, and they just really just taking a step to success. And I feel like Cam is doing a great job just being able to be where his feet are, you know, because you hear all the, I was a 5-star, this and that, and you got great guys in front of you. You easily can just wear off and wander off and do whatever you want to. But I feel like he come in locked in every day ready to go.
Lane talks about the NFL model and kind of the ramp up of training camp. Just has it been any different this year than years in the past, and kind of how prepared do you feel like this team is getting ready for game week?
Yeah, I feel like it's more urgency, just because of the talent we have on our team, and but he always talk about the pro mindset and how we should, you know, just take everything and do everything like we would if we was already at the next level, and him just doing that, like, it really helps us, and we got a lot of coaches on staff that was NFL head coach and just was on NFL staff. So I feel like him doing that and building that type of staff is just helping us even more for the next level.
And you mentioned kind of that urgency that you guys have because you know the opportunity that y'all have. Kind of, do you feel any extra pressure because of that, or is that just something that y'all are embracing?
Nah, it's no extra pressure. I mean, we just the same guys. You know, we put our pants on like everyone else do, and we just know that at the end of the day, this team got what we got, and we all we need. And at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, yeah, that's all we need. So I wouldn't say it's just extra pressure on us, but we know the goal and we know what we want.
JJ, what have you seen the progress of Jamarius Brown?
Jamarius Brown, I mean, he's physical. He loves to attack blocks. He has definitely worked on his pass rush, in contact phase pass rush, and I feel like he's doing a great job.
So every year we change our offensive line a little bit. You've had a chance to go up against most of those guys one-on-one, the pass pro. Talk about some of the newer guys and what you've seen.
Definitely. I know I go up against Juice a lot, and he's very physical. He got long arms, so it's really hard to like get into his chest just because of long arms he has. But he does a great job with like just communication and picking up on little tells we have on defense, and I feel like that goes a long way just because it helps definitely with the iPads we have on the sideline now. It helps you out major. So that little thing, and I also go against Nate from Washington as well, and he got a violent right hand. Like he bring it every time. But no, those two together with our O-line that was here last year are very great for us, and I can see them doing big things here.
JJ, will you have offensive opportunities again this year yourself?
Yes, sir. A lot of them. A lot.
Just to refresh the memory a little bit, when you were going through the recruiting process and, before going to Auburn and all that, how many schools were you recruited to be an offensive guy or defensive guy? Or if you don't mind refreshing our memory of what that was like.
So all the schools wanted to be me to be an offensive guy, but I know Alabama wanted me to be a defensive guy, Alabama and LSU. So I was just like, nah, I just threw them out because I ain't think no defense. But I was just offensive mindset. But, yeah, it was just really Alabama and LSU.
You talked about throwing them out. How long did it take for you to come around to just embrace being a defensive guy when you were kind of going through that position change?
I know my dad always, like, don't get stuck playing offense just because, like, you're, like, a freak, like, just 6'2" and just big and running over kids. So I had the mindset of just keep doing what I'm doing, be where my feet are, but just know that God going to make a change in your life, and you either can choose to let it affect you, or you can just, just go a long way with it and go along with it and just keep striving to be great. So that's what I did. So I started at Auburn playing tight end my freshman year. And then in the spring, my sophomore year, I transferred to D-line. And then that season, it was a tough season, just the transformation, not playing as much. But then I came here and got with Coach Joyner, and everything's been great ever since. Appreciate y'all.